Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a Hellcat Charger. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Carl Malone Dodge here in Heber City, Utah for giving me some time with this Charger. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are over 700 horsepower and then about 650 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So I want this video to be more dedicated to the driving of the Hellcat because that's the most exciting part of it, but I do want to kind of touch base on a few key features. First off, I love the stripes on this. I think it's so cool. You guys can see the carbon fiber print on these stripes. Of course, got the hood venting and everything, and then just look at the front end. It is so menacing, absolutely insane. And then around the side here, you guys can see the wide body package with this. And by the way, the tires are 305 millimeters in width for those of you that are wondering. But again, it just has such a muscular design. And then of course, got the Hellcat badge there on the side as well. And then in the rear, we've got this low profile spoiler. And then this one actually had the taillights tinted by the previous owner. Then another Hellcat badge. And then this is actually like, you got carbon fiber all over the diffuser. I don't know if the diffuser's carbon fiber or actually, it looks like it's carbon fiber. That's pretty cool. Sometimes people just wrap them, so you never know today, right? Is it real or is it not real? But there's the back end. And then when it comes to the interior, this one has the red interior, which is really cool. We've got a contrast between the black and the red, which I think looks really good. And that continues onto the seats as well. Really nice leather seats. And then popping in, you guys can see the steering wheel here with the paddle shifters. This is pretty fun. This one has just over 10,000 miles, by the way. But yeah, this is just such a cool cockpit view. And then of course the speedometer goes up to like 200 miles an hour. And then this is loaded up, so you got stuff like heated and ventilated seats. And then we of course have all of the different drive modes that we'll play with some of those. Probably do the sport mode to be more specific. Got stuff like launch control as well. And yeah, you've got the whole center stack. No sunroof on this one, which is quite interesting. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors, which show blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, we are going to have a fun driving route today, I suppose. I was going to go on a different road than I'm going to be going on, but traffic is so abysmal that it's just not going to happen. Figured you guys wouldn't want to see a Hellcat in bumper-to-bumper traffic, so we'll try to figure out something here in today's video. First off, seats are really comfortable, and turn on that AC seat function. So sorry about this review being a little bit more rushed than usual. I kind of am running out of time to an extent, but also I figured if we had a little bit of a longer driving portion with a Hellcat, I don't think you guys would complain. So that's what we're doing here. Gosh, love this engine so much. Like, I think it's a crime against humanity that this engine is disappearing. It's a crime against humanity. We need to go on the street corners with our signs and riot and all of that kind of stuff. Bring back the Hellcat, or don't kill the Hellcat, right? Because yeah, it's such a special car. It's also super comfortable. Again, this is Mercedes-Benz platform with the Charger, and so it really does drive like a luxury car, which is crazy because, you know, it's a Dodge, so you wouldn't think that, and it's also a 700 horsepower car. So again, that's another thing where you just wouldn't think that it does what it does. Oh man, such a cool sound with the supercharger. Such a cool sound. Now, some other stuff with this, it has a substantial feel. That's another thing I really do like about the Hellcat compared to some other cars, is they don't feel quite as, it's a weird way to say it, but they just don't have the substantial feel that the Hellcat has. So yeah, just another thing that I enjoy about the car. All these roads are closed up. Man, I feel bad for people living up here in Heber. It's like you can't use half of the roads that they're all under construction. People living up here, Ben, we know. I'm sure you do. I am sure you do. But I guess we'll just turn onto this road because this is where this truck's going. I am beyond lost, to be honest, but we'll figure it out here. So I guess they're getting off. Yeah, just the torque. It's like unlimited amounts of torque. And the thing that is kind of, actually probably won't go that way. It's kind of scary about this car is it does hide the speed pretty dang well. It's kind of crazy with that. Tires slipping there a little bit. I barely got on it. And the tire's just like slipping. Craziness. Absolute craziness. I think we're getting to a real road here in a minute, so that's a good sign. It's a very good sign. I think this is the, this is the most time I've spent in a Hellcat in a little bit. Running through here. So, I won't complain about that. I won't complain one bit. Yeah, this road looks kind of quick. Kinda. See what it turns into, though. Did not get any traction whatsoever. Did not get any traction. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hysterical. I mean, we gotta hear the supercharger a bit, but that's so funny. So funny. But again, that's like part of the thrill of the Hellcat, is the fact that you don't get any traction, that it's just like complete chaos when you punch it. And this road might be a little bit better for traction, but we got quite a bit of traffic, so we're probably not going to be able to do too much here with the Hellcat. Of course, right lane closed. Lots of, again, like I said, lots of construction here in Heber. It's so stupid fast. It's so stupid fast. I do have other Hellcat reviews where I've like gotten on it more. I was not expecting the construction stuff to be this bad, so sorry about that. But you can just look up Ben Hardy Hellcat, and I've done other reviews. I think I did like a red eye up here where I just like went all in. So if you need your Hellcat fix, go watch that. But to sum things up with my millionth Hellcat review, every single time I review a Hellcat, I'm like, this is gonna be the last one. And then every single time I see one at a dealership, I'm like, can I review it? Can I review it? You know what I mean? Can't help myself. So, looks really cool on the outside, super comfortable, insanely fast, like way too much power, especially for the tires. Just, again, 305mm tires, and it just overwhelms them. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Such a special car. If you can still get one of these, like, I think it's worth it. There's just not a lot of cars where you have this experience. And, you know, although electric cars have more power, right, the ones that are going to have a lot of power like this, they're not going to make them rear-wheel drive. They're going to make them all-wheel drive to be practical. So, like, the whole fun of jumping into a car and just getting no grip whatsoever, right? I think this is it. I think this is the end of that, of just craziness. Like, this is the last... I know everyone calls Mustangs crowd killers, but the Hellcat's also a crowd killer in a sense, because like these things, they go over the place. This is kind of like the last crowd killer. But let me know your thoughts on the Hellcat, and let me know if you would go Challenger or Charger. I always go back and forth, to be honest, but I really like the idea of the manual Hellcat, which was only available in the Challenger. Let me know your thoughts.